Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Saving Money on Games. Today I just want to go over a few ways that I've been able to build up my video game collection without having to spend a lot of money. So just to first point out, I am a family man, I'm a dad. I also go to school full-time and I work full-time. The funds are not unlimited, so I definitely have a limited budget, but I've been very fortunate to come across sales and deals and a couple other methods to increase my game collection. Now there are, every once in a while there is a game that I'll pay full price for. For example, tomorrow Blaze Blue is going to be coming out, and I'm going to be getting that for sure because I'm very excited about that. I'm a huge 2D fighter fan, as you guys know, but anyway, that's beside the point. I want to basically talk to you guys about ways that I've been able to save on money. Now, just as a recap, those of you that haven't seen the first episode of the series on saving money on video games, I am a big fan of going to the clearance aisles and getting games there. For example, I was able to pick up Far Cry 2 several months ago. The game had only been out for a short time and I was able to get it for 75% off. Instead of spending $60, I was able to get it for $15. Now you might be wondering why I'm recapping that. Just to kind of reiterate, but also go into the next step of what I want to talk about. To recap, that I'm still getting these games for 50 to 75% off. It's very common for a game after a few months to drop in value 50% off, which is awesome. Obviously there's games out there that you want to get on day one, but there are a lot of games that are worthy of a purchase, but you just might not have 60 or 70 bucks to spend. So it's definitely worth the wait on some of these games, to wait just a short time, and a lot of these games will drop in price from 50 to 75%. I've gone to Target and other stores and have saved a lot of money. Now, to kind of go into the next step of ways that I've been able to get games, and I've actually used the method of going to the clearance aisle, and some of you guys maybe out there have heard that one man's trash is another man's treasure. Well, I've kind of used that and have been able to benefit from that. Now, there's certain areas in the country, certain stores, where the clearance rack is stacked with these games at a fraction of the price that they were when they were first released. Kind of give you an example of that. A short time ago, I was able to pick up Tomb Raider Underworld for $15. So what I did was I purchased a copy for myself. I haven't even opened this yet. And I purchased a couple other copies. Might be wondering why I'm doing that. Far Cry 2, I purchased a copy for myself, and I picked up a couple of additional copies. Now, why I did that, and before I did this, I had to do a little bit of research, and I'll explain what that research was. Now, keep in mind, this isn't for everyone, just to point out, but this is a way for me that I've been able to get increase my collection. A lot of you guys out there that are familiar with real estate, when real estate was really hot, what people would do is they would, buy a house and they would fix it up and they would sell it and make a nice profit. Some people refer to that as flipping, house flipping. Well, I've done something, and other gamers have done something called point flipping, where I've used my Goozex account, where I have my games that I trade, my older games, but also I would trade games like my additional copies of Far Cry 2 or Tomb Raider Underworld, and I would get the points, which I would get the points for like $40 to $50 worth of points. I only spent $15 for each game. And I'd be able to get the games that I wanted to get that weren't at the clearance rack or weren't currently on the clearance rack. Give you an example of that. I was able to trade in Far Cry 2 when it first hit the clearance rack, and at the time the demand for the game was pretty high and the point value was really high. And I was able to trade in my $15 copy of Far Cry 2. And you guys already know this, but I was able to pick up from Goozex Killzone 2. So to break that down for you, I was able to get a $15 game, spend about $2 on postage, so we're up to about 17 bucks. And then if you want to use your points to trade for games on GoozeX, it'll run you $1 per trade. So all in all, getting Killzone 2, this was, two or three, I don't even know how many months ago, but I was able to get Killzone 2 for around 18 bucks. So I've been doing that. I've been doing the point flipping where, you buy low and you sell high. And but I made sure that when I go on GoozeX, those of you guys that aren't familiar with GoozeX, when you go on there, there is a waiting list for people to trade the game, and there's a waiting list on there for people to buy the game with their points. And a lot of cases, if there's a new game, the demand is really high, but there's not a lot of people trading it. Say for instance, you're like me, and you come across a game like Far Cry 2 or a game that's at the clearance rack. Before you go crazy and buy 3 or 4 copies, make sure that the demand is high, or that a lot of the games are being traded, and that the value is high if it'd be worth it. I've been able to get, my other copy of Far Cry 2, I was able to trade, and I was able to pick up Fable 2. And like I said, I bought 2 or 3 additional copies of Tomb Raider. With my other copy of Tomb Raider Underworld, I got for 15 bucks. I was able to get Resident Evil 5 and either another clearance game I was able to get for 15 bucks. Shortly after Star Ocean was released, I was able to pick up Star Ocean Last Hope. Now these games, a lot of these games I've been talking about were in my recent pickups. Either get the games through clearance racks or through GoozeX. And this has been a great way for building up my collection fast for a fraction of the price. So there you go, guys. Introduced you guys to point flipping. If you don't have a GoozeX account, I highly recommend that you go there and open up an account. It's free, and I've had a lot of success with it. If you have any questions at all, please send those questions my way. And I'm still hitting the clearance racks. I was able to pick up Mortal Kombat versus DC Universe for 15 bucks. I missed out on one game. You might be able to find it at your Target. I know Left 4 Dead, not the Game of the Year edition, but the the first, the original edition, was like down to a little over 12 bucks, and that was sold out by the time I got there. But certain Targets in the country right now, they have it for that price. So anyways, there you go, and thanks for watching. I'll talk to you later.